A couple million feet, all cash, baby. I eat a little cheese and a rash, baby. I eat a little cheese like snack, baby.
What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. Today we'll be talking about how to get recruited to play college basketball. There's a bug. Yep. I don't know how to do this. Damn. Oh my god. No. I killed it. Gotta make sure it's dead though. I don't want to touch it, so I'm using the spoon. Y'all see it? Ugh. Disgusting. I can't do bugs, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I can't do it. No matter how small it is, I don't play with bugs. Anyways, I was 15 when I quit hockey to play basketball full time. So I came in late in the game and I definitely flew under the radar. So when I was in high school, I didn't really have anybody there to teach me about the recruiting process. A lot of people back home thought it was best for me to stay in Canada and play for school there. I'm not degrading the schools in Canada, but my goal was to move to the US and play for a team in the NCAA Division I basketball. But a lot of people said it was unrealistic, my height is a problem, or I just wouldn't be able to handle the pressure. So I just never knew about the process and how it worked because nobody wanted to teach me. People might think, well, you could have sent your film to coaches. I didn't even have game film because none of my high school games were filmed. Even if I did, I didn't know that I had to email coaches. I didn't know that I had to take an SAT. Like when I tell you I was clueless, all I really did was train and play games. My mindset was if I just train and play, everything will be worked out for me. I'm telling y'all, to this day, I still don't know how they got my email, but by the grace of God, this prep school emailed me asking if I was interested in attending their prep school for the upcoming year. I told my mom, she said, yes, let's do it. So I went there for the year and I got a bunch of offers from the US, and that's when I committed to the University of Central Florida. And then I played there for 2 years, transferred to App State, sat out a year, and then played 2 years. But over the years, I've learned how the process works. So I'm here to teach you how to get recruited by a college coach. I'm gonna start with off the court. So I would start getting your name out there freshman and sophomore year of high school so you could get on a college coach's radar. Usually college coaches start the recruiting process freshman and sophomore year, sometime at the beginning of your high school career. Because then players usually commit to a school junior and senior year. Don't get discouraged if, like me, you started late or you're flying under the coach's radar. It's still possible. Which brings me to my next point. Get your games on film. That's something I wish I would have known because it would have made things so much easier for me, but I didn't. It is what it is. That's why I'm telling you, get your games on film. At the end of each year, create a highlight film, 5 to 7 minutes of your best plays of the season, and keep one full game of that year as well. Especially if your goal is to play in the US and you're from another country, you need game film to send to coaches. Not only can college coaches contact you, but you can also contact them. I already posted a video on how to write to a college coach, but I think the rule says that college coaches can't contact a player until their sophomore year. So I would wait until you're in your sophomore year to contact a college coach, because let's say you're really interested in a school and they haven't reached out yet, you can definitely contact them first. There's this test called SAT or another one that's called ACT, and those tests are part of the college application process. So most colleges do require test scores from those tests in order for you to be accepted to the college. It doesn't just apply to athletes. Like, this is generally speaking. In the US, most colleges require people to take that test. So people generally take it like junior year, senior year. I would personally take it junior year because it gives you time in case you have to do it again. There's 2 tests available, the SAT and the ACT. I think most people take the SAT. That's what I did and I was fine. But obviously it depends what the college asks for. The tests are pretty similar. The SAT test includes English, critical reading, and writing. And then for the SAT, it's more science-based. It has English, math, reading, science, and the writing portion is optional. There's a ton of resources available to help you prepare for those tests. There's practice tests online, there's books, and there's websites that will teach you how to take it and show you what type of questions you'll see on those tests. So to register, I put the link down below in the description box, and on that link, you'll be able to sign up to take that test depending on your location and your schedule. I've said this before in my other videos, you need good grades. A college team will not take you if you have bad grades. Yes, they see you first as a player, but then they'll ask to see your high school grades and your SAT test scores. So if they're not good enough, they will not take you no matter how good you are. I promise y'all, I know so many people that are crazy talented, but don't have the grades. It doesn't matter how good you are. You cannot finesse your way into school if you don't have good grades. Now, let's say you're like me, who graduated high school with no offers, or you got offers, but they weren't the type of offers you were looking for. There's two options. The first option is you can go to prep school. So for those who don't know what a prep school is a school where you go there and play in front of college coaches. You can go there to get your grades up. You can go there to work on your game. You can go to prep school if you're still in high school or as a postgraduate. That's what I did. I was a postgraduate because I already had graduated high school. On top of the regular US players that go to a prep school, there's also a lot of international players that go there because they want the chance to play in front of US college coaches like me. Being from Canada, going to a prep school really helped me because I got the chance to play in front of US college coaches. It's like an extra year of high school if you want to look at it that way. The second option is you go to a junior college. This option is for players who already graduated high school. You can't go to a junior college if you're still in high school. There's a few things you have to take into consideration. What's your end goal? Because let's say you don't want to play in the NCAA. Okay, so then you can complete your college career at a junior college. But if you want to play in the NCAA, junior college is kind of similar to a prep school where you can go there and get NCAA college exposure, you can get your grades up, and you can work on parts of your game. There's a difference between the two. So in the NCAA, you have a total of 4 years that you can play on the court. Let's say you graduated high school and you go 1 year to a prep school. That 1 year will not count towards those 4 years in the NCAA. But let's say you graduated high school and you go to junior college for a year, that 1 year will count towards the 4 years in the NCAA. Obviously, there's exceptions like injuries, suspensions, and transferring, but generally speaking, you have 4 years on the court in the NCAA. Side note, all leagues in the US are good, regardless if it's Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college. I know many lower division schools that beat NCAA Division I schools. A lot of players in those leagues go on to have amazing college careers and go on to play pro. So even though you're not playing Division I or you're not getting offers in Division I, it doesn't mean that you suck or that those leagues suck. They're all good. Now that we've covered the things off the court, we'll get into things on the court. So even though you're not on the court, coaches look at how you act on the bench. Are you giving your teammates attitude? Are you giving your coach attitude? Are you sitting at the end of the bench because you're upset? All of these things coaches take into consideration. So if you're pouting, if you're giving attitude, coaches will get turned off by that and they won't want to recruit you. Same thing on the court. How are you as a teammate? College coaches are looking for a player that will make their team better. So when you're on the court, do your teammates trust you? Are you able to talk to your teammates? Because at the end of the day, basketball is a team game. You can't win a game just you. You have to be able to be a team player. Be coachable. Is a coach able to come to you and give you criticism? If a coach isn't able to approach you and talk to you, there's not going to be any trust between the player and the coach. And that's not good because communication is key between a player and a coach. So by being coachable, you're able to build that trust in that relationship. And I mean, for you to improve as a player, you have to be coachable. You have to accept feedback because that feedback will help you and improve your game. I feel like that's probably one of the top traits that a coach is looking for in a player. Because honestly, if you can find me a coach that doesn't mind if his players are uncoachable, I'm quitting basketball because that is something I have never heard of. all coaches want players that are coachable. Body language. That's another big trait too that coaches look for in a player. You know, what's your body language? What's your energy? Because let's say your teammate makes a mistake. What's your body language? Are you encouraging? Are you slouching? Are you putting your head down? What's your response to that? Same thing when you make a mistake yourself. Are you going to run back on defense and try to get the ball back, or are you going to pout and put your head down? Coaches love a player with short memory. So even though a player makes a mistake, they love when a player just kind of moves on from it right away and goes on to the next play. Next one is communication. What are you saying on the court? Are you talking on the court? Are you talking to your teammates? Especially as a point guard, you have to talk as a point guard because you have to make sure that everyone's on the same page. You have to call the plays. And even on defense, are you talking on defense? Are you saying ball, deny? Communication also involves encouraging. Are you encouraging your teammates on the court? That's another thing that coaches love. They love when a player can communicate, because communication can be so contagious. You know, when someone says, you got it, let's go, it hypes you up. In practice, I remember coach loved when someone communicated. Even though we were having a bad practice, they would always mention the players that talked the most during the practice. Are you doing the dirty work? Coaches adore players that do the dirty work. And by dirty work, we're talking taking charges, diving for loose balls, hustling for the ball, steals on defense, pressure on defense, like all that dirty work. Coaches adore that. That's my favorite thing because I love doing the dirty work. Like in college, I could take a charge any day. I was that type of player that will take a charge, no hesitation. I will dive for the ball, no hesitation. Because if you do the dirty work, it shows how much of a dog you are. You know what I'm saying? It shows how intense you are, how passionate you are. And that can also be contagious. I mean, think about it. When you take a charge, everybody goes crazy, right? It's the dirty work. It hypes the team up. And I mean, doing the dirty work can make a difference in a game. Let's say it's a tie game. There's 5 seconds left. There's a loose ball. You gotta dive for that. This one is a given and should be obvious, but hard work. Are you putting effort into the game, into the practice? Are you giving your 100%? Because coaches can see that. You have to give it your all every time you're on the court. Offense is fun, but you also have to know how to play defense. You have to be able to play on both sides of the court. I may be wrong, but I feel like a coach would rather pick a player that plays straight up dog defense over a player that just plays offense. Think about it this way. Let's say you're having a bad game on offense. Your shots aren't dropping, you can't finish, nothing is working out. But then on defense, you're able to get stops, steals, blocks, charges, all that. I feel like a coach would be happy with that performance because you played really, really good defense, even though you weren't good on offense. Now, let's say that you're having a really good game on offense, but you're not playing defense at all. A coach will be upset because yes, you play good offense, but you didn't play defense. A coach appreciates effort, which is defense. That's all the information I have for you today. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you can use this information to help you get recruited by a college coach. If you have any questions, please comment down below in the comment section. I reply to all questions. I'm there for you. If you need more clarification, just let me know. You know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with anybody who you think may need this. And I will see you underdogs later.
Breaking chains, yeah. Tell me feeling bubbly off the rose. Friends turn to foes, haters tell them go away. Rappers making shiggy dance like a soul train.